recording. Okay. How's everybody doing? We all excited? Yay! Okay. So, Rita, it's recording here just so you see it, because it ended up on the floor last time, so. So I'm making sure that everyone sees that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, ladies, is dead leads. Okay, so you had a party with somebody, you had a bridal show, they're dead. They have no idea who you are, or it's been like 2 years since you've talked to them, or whatever it might be, right? How do we reheat those dead leads? So we have to make some kind of connection, right? They're dead, they're like, who the hell is Crystal Camacho, right? We're like, what are we gonna do?
I have to wonder that one.
So, you forgot to follow up, whatever this person kept saying, maybe how do we get them to want a party? So, one way that you can do this is you can, I had everybody add me on Facebook, whether they like it or not, okay? And I also, to reheat a dead lead, say that person didn't come to a party, right? I have those people too in the event. So you can go ahead, and those people who never responded, you add them all. Bam, 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 all the way down the list, okay? And sometimes I get, who is this? And I go, oh, you were invited to so-and-so's party and you didn't come. So I just go ahead and, as a matter of course, you know, I love new friends. So I added you as a friend in case, you know, you ever want to order or you're ever interested in a party or anything. They're like, oh, okay, cool, fine, sounds good. And they keep me. So now I'm showing up on their time feed, right? On their timelines. So, you can start doing Facebook comments. When you comment on their posts, just, oh my gosh, how cute, right? Or whatever, you start showing up on their timelines, right? So the more you do that with people, not in a creepy way, there are good touches and there are bad touches, okay? Just saying. Not in a creepy way, but, you know, like those things, you start to pop up and they're like, start to see your stuff. And they're like, oh my gosh, Crystal has a super cute baby too. And it starts to go from there, okay? Then if they were a client, you know, you can do follow-up. So, oh my gosh, girl, just as Jennifer Felderman, just wanted to check in and see how you were loving that Gucci. It's been a while. Is it time to refill yet? And they'll be like, oh my God, yeah, it has been a while. I'm totally out of Gucci and I totally lost your number. And then you could get a sale. You could say, how about we get that Gucci for free and we have a party? Sound good? Free Gucci? Yes, please, right? My legs, my hair, I'm starting to grow a wildfire fire downstairs, you know? Like, I need Gucci in my life, okay? So those are the ways that we start to reheat them, okay? By making a connection. And the sillier you are, honestly, the more people are like, oh yeah, she was so much fun, I remember now. So, another thing is you can send text messages saying, with verbiage that I've posted, saying, offering $50 in free product to the next person who hosts a party for you, okay? Sometimes they will never answer, and sometimes they're like, finally ready, and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm finally ready to have a party, okay? Another thing that I do, which is kind of fun, is I add them all to my monthly newsletter. Like it or not, I send out a monthly newsletter through my media, okay? So sometimes we have, end up having people who are leads, right? Or people who cancel parties through corporate leads and things like that. Or people who are in your customer connection cards, which if we are putting them in our COO and your contacts, they live there forever until you delete somebody, okay? So what you're gonna do is, it's incredibly imperative that you make sure that you're using the media center, because they keep coming out with such cute stuff that, like, why reinvent the wheel, right? So if you do your monthly newsletter every month, same day, they'll be looking out for them, okay? People who have been to parties, because of the fact that I send them out, you're probably, some of you are still getting my newsletter, right?
That's what get it.
Right? So use that as a reminder to send out your own. So it's $15 a month, and it really does pay for itself. And you can also, when you have a big sale like right now, you can send it out to your potentials. A cute little e-card, costs you nothing, other than that $15 a month, and you send it out mass email. And they don't realize it's mass email, right? And you can also put it under just your potential leads and send it out that way. And I actually have gotten people who have followed up and been like, oh my gosh, that was a really fun party. I'm in Gainesville. I had gone to a random party. How do I sign up? So that's how I get my leads going. And people are like, how did you just sign somebody up from an online party? Follow up. Also you can send out a card inviting them to an anniversary party. So send out that personalized card. People don't get enough snail mail in mail anymore. There are people who literally don't get mail at all. So if you are that fun, like card in the mail, that's kind of fun because they're like, oh my gosh, Crystal sent me a card. That's so cool. And it is time that I get a refill on Coochie or whatever else. And I'm not doing anything that night. Sounds good. Let me bring a party crasher or two. And then you're having your anniversary party and you're continuing to do good touches. Okay, let's not have sexual harassment. Cancellation party. Okay, like the cancellation policies. It starts when you book a party. Okay, talking about your cancellation policy starts when giving credibility to your business in the beginning. Okay, so it starts in your introduction when you're talking about like how you've been doing the business, how long you've been doing this, how much you love this, how much, and you can use our team numbers. We are at $156,000 for the year, which is awesome. We're gonna hit 160 this month. So you can use this team's numbers to talk about it. And when people realize, seriously, that's what you're at? Oh my gosh, that's why I post them, So people are always really like impressed with that because they're sitting here making, 30 grand in a year or something, what does that really pay for in the end of the year? We all know that, right? So that's the reason why we all started Pure Romance, right? So that is not only generating leads, but it's also making people realize this isn't that just weird, really fun thing that, someone's doing. It's an actual job. And then when you're in the ordering room, okay, you're going to talk about your 48-hour cancellation policy and your schedule policy, right? So, all right, Rita. So I am super excited to have a party with you. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna tentatively put this date in, and what we're gonna do is in 48 hours, probably closer to Wednesday since it's Saturday. Okay, probably close to Wednesday. I'm probably gonna text you and go, hey Rita, is this still a good date for you? And then we can either change that date if it's not. So be sure, go ahead and make sure it's okay with your husband. Make sure you can get the kids out of the house. Make sure that it's a good date and everything. Not everybody's gonna randomly be out of town that day. Remember that not everyone's gonna be able to come. However, we wanna make sure that the people you really wanna come are gonna be able to come. And when you confirm, it means that you're in my date book. Nobody else can have that party. So if Brandy, really wants to have that birthday, she really wants to do it on that day, she can't have it, it's yours. Okay? So that's what that means. And people understand that means also that that's a work day for you and nobody else can have that date. So I just created not only that credibility, I also created that super excitement, right? Because she's like, ooh, I'm special. I have Saturday. No, she's booked until June on Saturdays. I am not canceling this party. And, which is a true story, actually. And, you go from there. So that starts from when you book. So if you have somebody who books from you from a corporate lead, or if you have somebody who books from you from a Facebook or something, you do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tentatively put this in. Go ahead and make sure it's a good date, and in 48 hours, we're going to confirm. And when we confirm, it's totally going to belong to you. Nobody else can have this date, and we'll move forward, and I'll go ahead and I'll start setting up your event and everything. And they're usually so excited. They're like, okay, and then it's continuing to keep them excited. But what do we do? How do we touch hostesses, appropriately, right? So, especially when they don't like to be touched, right, Espresso? So touching them appropriately, okay, from that 48 hours after